translucent powder.
Or do you have? I didn't even see the makeup crew before we started.
Need to.
Should we probably introduce ourselves to people who don't know us? What's
Yeah.
up? Welcome back to our Instagram. Welcome back if you probably watching this through YouTube. We're a couple without a clue, so we have no idea about anything raising kids, living life, relationships, etc. So don't listen to. Wait, we don't give advice, do we?
No, we don't.
No, we don't
We
give
just
any
share
advice.
experiences.
We just share our experiences. So this is us. If you're watching for the first time, I'm Jadiael.
And I'm Brea.
I'm Jadiael. This is my fiancée Brea, and she has beautiful coloured hair. Just in COVID-19, we've been
I've
experimenting.
literally dyed it 6 times in 3 weeks, and it's just not turning out to the
But I support you. I
colour.
got your back.
Well,
babe.
it's falling out now, so we won't have to worry about it.
We got to get hair extensions
All good.
now. You can
All
get
good.
some of my balding
Mosh.
from Mosh, finasteride,
Yeah.
and that minoxidil.
Yeah, mine's
Stuff.
not
It's
actually
working.
falling out. Mine's
It's working.
breaking.
It's working. The barber
So
told me
let's do it
today.
again. Do it again.
Is it everyone out there watching
It
for me?
actually is.
The barber told me today. My barber Trini, I love you. You're the best. If you're in Central Queensland, go
And
to
clearly
Green's Barber
you're
Shop.
alive.
Gave you a plug, but yeah, thanks for lying to me. Dog.
No, it is growing, but growing. It is.
I feel fresh. Did you have a bump before we started? Say no
You
to
bumped
drugs.
me.
Say no to drugs. Yes to hugs.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, let's get started. It's been a long time since we put out some content. We mostly talk about our children, ourselves, situations that we've been in, what we've learnt, I guess,
Our lessons in life,
the lessons we're learning.
how we cope with them,
Mm.
how we dealt with different circumstances, and we hope that other people will learn from that.
Just writing a note to my partner,
That
my
says,
co-host.
I love you.
My co-host, a big doodle.
Actually says,
I love you.
I love you. It
See?
says talk louder because he has a problem with my tone.
That was the feedback, mate. Don't go dissing the feedback now. We asked
alright.
the viewers to give us feedback.
They said that I'm just a quiet, petite,
Petite.
little person.
Did you say petite? Stand up.
No, I don't have shorts. I don't have
Show
shorts.
everyone what you're wearing on the bottom half.
No.
Let's show them actually really quickly. We're going to show you guys what we're wearing. Have we got this? Oh, fresh.
10-year-old pajama pants.
Got my Jordans, Cavs. Should I show everyone, babe? Just get, stand up on the chair. Your pajama shorts.
They're just a little bit big, but they're like 10 years
Oh.
old. All
Unreal.
good.
Still hot, still sexy.
We-
How to support a partner. Is that what it was? Or
Yeah.
partner through a healing process and that sort of thing. So I'm probably going to let you take over, love, and talk a little bit more about that.
Where to start?
Well, it's a
if
bit
I
of
start
a-
right from the beginning, around my support and supporting, Jadiael through, healing, change. It was, to start off with, my support was just being there. So the biggest thing I think is just being present, not giving the opinion, and I think that could have caused a lot of problems, because imagine if right then I had said, hey, blah, 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 we probably would have had some disagreements going on.
I think probably like exactly what you said, and just kind of wrap that up into a single thing. I'd probably say space, but not space as in distant space, emotional space. At that time, I would have said physical space would have not helped. I needed physical, just like you being there physically, cuddles, hug, but yeah, and all of it. I would say it was kind of what I needed. But if you had, like you said, voiced your opinion, or not even your opinion, but your insights.
Yeah.
There was plenty of insight. you're right. We've just got our daughter who's just, at 10 past 10 has come out and let me know she's going to the toilet when they should have been asleep 2 hours ago.
They went to bed at 7:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, we'll just jump back into...
So I think with just when we're talking about experiences and learnings, anyone, especially being female, I think we can be quite opinionated at times. And I think that at times, I know that I've previously wanted to fix things to happen right then, right
with
there.
good intentions, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, with good intentions.
But what I did learn, and I'm grateful for what I did, is just giving that space, and I guess not being so opinionated.
Well, you just allowed it. I needed the space. Well, two things needed space. I'll tell you what two things needed space, because if you don't know our story, we got together quite quickly. There's a whole backstory to that, and that's another thing. But I needed space for two things. Space for myself, because there was a ton of shit going on, and I needed space to be able to process. So if I had, and it was hard for her because I would, I guess just offload to her and try and talk it out. And like, you were brilliant, love, and just allowed me the time. You never once, like I never felt like once you were pushing what you saw from the outside looking in. You would suggest to me, and I'll be like, no, I don't think that.
Yeah.
You were right, like a lot of the things you were right about. But so then you realise, okay, I'm not ready.
Yeah.
And you go, right, I just need to give him some space. And can I just ask you, Darren, how hard is that? So, and the other thing I needed space for was I was in a new relationship. So I wasn't just dealing with, things like custody and all that other stuff that goes on, but I'd found myself in this new relationship. So she also gave me the space while I was just getting so much stuff out there. You also gave me the space to allow me to grow into that at my pace.
Yeah.
And not like, you think about,
Yeah.
early stages. You could have given me ultimatums. Well, it's either this or this or this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you not only gave me space, and like space is important because people, sorry, I feel like I've just taken over here, but I just got to get this out there quickly, is that we want, this to work, a relationship, or whatever it is you got going on, you want that to work. And in our excitement or in of wanting to work or worried that it won't work, we impose. And so that's two things I want to say she did really well, was give me not just the space to begin to process what I had going on in my, I guess, previous kind of life or whatever, and kids and all that sort of stuff, but allowed me the space to grow into our relationship, because you very much could have, like you said, you felt at times like, mate, I'm not going to stand here and watch this and whatnot. But sorry, darling.
Yeah.
I
think that comes from so the ability to give, and that space. And I kind of thought about why did I do that? Like what, how did that come about? But I think that definitely come about around our connection. Like I just went, So, but I had in my head, I was like, well, this is a really good connection, and if it goes, somewhere bigger and greater, that would be brilliant. But right now, I'm just gonna sit.
How hard? Can I ask how hard was that? How hard is that to sit? Because there'll be people who will watch this and go, screw sitting. Like, how long do you sit for? How do you know? Well, I guess but for someone who
look, I don't think there could be. I think everyone would be different.
Sure.
And sometimes I think back and go, wow, well, what was happening for me then? Because I feel like if I was somebody looking in, I'd be like, girl, what are you doing? So at different times and different circumstances, it was really challenging. It was really challenging to sit and watch things go past. It was challenging to, even sometimes when Jadiael was talking to me or downloading or, we're having a conversation and I'm there going, yep, do you think about, doing a bit of reflective practice? So, what do you think about this? What do you think about that?
Yeah.
And I had to make sure that I wasn't allowing my emotions to take over because...
I think one thing, you like the other thing that if I think there were probably two big things for that specific question would be definitely the space, but you listened.
Yeah.
You listened and you didn't just, yeah. But you actually listened and heard what I was saying. So you would take that in and you'd kind of bank it and be like, okay, I'm going to need that later to, I guess, reflect back to me. And that's where a lot of like my own realizations and insight came later down the track.
Yeah.
After you'd given me the space,
yeah.
after I'd grown into who I needed to be, and started to process some of those things, you were able to say, hey, remember when, and that it all come from honesty, just from this, which, like you said, is hard to friggin' do.
Yeah, and difficult, like I said before, I know, I've always wanted to fix and do and say, do this, or, why are you doing this when this is happening, or what have you, just to sit and allow that to roll. And I guess knowing that there's a process for everyone, knowing that all of our experiences, we react differently to, we have to process differently, which we've, we've seen and
yeah, I think, or not I think, I know, and just to really nail it, like really draw down on that question, how do you support a partner through their healing process and that type of thing, was like our communication was strong. And I know a lot of people go, yeah, communication. It's easier fucking said than done to communicate. Like, I was a bad communicator.
Yeah, I think we had better communication back then than we do now, Nelly.
Yeah, I would probably say we did.
Yeah.
Probably...
Because if you look at any times where we, think that there's something off track or we fall off the cycle.
Yeah. We kind of know.
We always go back to...
We know why that's happened recently.
Yeah, we always go back to communication and then, what the best communication looked like.
Communication isn't just talking though.
No. Yeah.
Like everyone thinks, I'll tell you and that's it. Communication, if you look at communication, there's a lot of communication that's going on that's not being said.
Yeah.
As well. And I think that's that's hard for people. It was quite, we because of the way we connected, I guess, like emotionally and intellectually, it was very easy for us to pick up that unsaid stuff and just through body language or even like read between the lines. Like we're both really good at reading between. So what you're saying is da 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 da, and is it this? Communication isn't just a matter of me just going brr.
Yeah.
And you're going, oh, yep, thanks, babe.
Times of, that respect, that importance of respect, and the importance of making sure that, the other partner, in this case, obviously, Jadiael, in this case, has time to be, hanging out with mates, doing things like going to gym that make him feel good.
Was that joke you really did? Because I've been going to the gym. I wasn't going to the gym back then, was I? No, I don't think I was.
A couple of times.
Kind of pulled out. Bail on the gym. But yeah, guys, that's we'll wrap this up because we're at 20 minutes. I don't know how you make these shorter than that. But really quickly, you guys said, how do you help a partner that's disconnecting or from previous trauma experiences? How do you help them heal? Give them the space. And you might be saying, I've been giving my partner space for the last 10 years. Okay, it's time to do something different.
Divorce. Don't waste any more time.
I'm not supposed to give that advice on here, mate.
It's not advice, it's just a learning experience. That's
advice. But if you're saying, I've been giving my partner space for 10 years, it's still the same, then I'm not going to talk about that, but that's something you guys have to sort out. Then I would say then the space isn't working what have you tried and what can you do differently. We're speaking, I guess, just on our experience. There's listening, communication, there's professionals, there's therapists, there's guys out there who can help if you really want it. But yeah, if you sit there saying, I've done the space thing, doesn't work. Okay, what else have you tried?
But not always putting yourself first.
Well, that's
Like
it.
I never put myself first. Now I'm trying to.
Yeah,
now I'm
yeah.
like, oh, it's my turn to.
It's your turn to
Put myself
get
first.
your stuff. Yeah.
But yeah, it's not.
And
you
we
don't
can
have
talk.
to
We
be
can
first.
discuss that, like what you kind of did in another session, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks guys for watching. We're a couple without a clue, and we're going to film some more content in the same shirts. I'm too slack to change shirts.
Yeah, I don't want to change.
All right, love you guys. Thanks for watching.